In the tranquil embrace of early morning, as the first rays of light gently brush against the horizon, weaving golden threads across the somber tapestry of night, we find the spirit of Amaterasu, the revered sun goddess of the Shinto pantheon. Her radiance is not just the physical sun that rises each day, but a divine presence that permeates every aspect of life, bestowing warmth and prosperity upon the land and its inhabitants. Her story is one of light overcoming darkness, a tale embedded deep within the cultural and spiritual fabric of Japan, where she is celebrated as both a mythic figure and a maternal ancestor of emperors. The name Amaterasu Omikami translates to Great Divinity Illuminating Heaven, a testament to her preeminence among the kami, spirits that inhabit every element of the natural world within the Shinto belief system. Amaterasu's presence is felt in the gentle caress of sunlight, dappling through lush canopies of green, dancing over rippling streams, and embracing the ancient stones of shrines that dot the Japanese landscape. She resides in Takamagahara, the high plane of heaven, a realm of celestial purity and divine order, where she presides over the heavenly court. Amaterasu holds a place of profound significance as the embodiment of purity and life-giving force. Her influence extends to every corner of the archipelago, from the majestic peaks of Mount Fuji, shrouded in whispered clouds, to the serene waters of the inland sea, where waves lap softly against the shores, carrying with them a soothing lullaby that speaks of ages past. Her divine light is said to have first graced the earthly realm when she emerged from a darkened cave, a tale that echoes through history as a metaphor for the emergence of hope and renewal. According to the Kojiki and Nihon Shoki, the oldest chronicles of Japan, Amaterasu was born from the left eye of Izanagi, a god tasked with creating the world, after he cleansed himself following his harrowing journey through the underworld. This purification ritual, a practice that continues to hold great significance in Shinto, marked the beginning of Amaterasu's role as a symbol of cleansing and rebirth. As the sun embodies clarity and truth, so too does Amaterasu in her role within the divine hierarchy, guiding the celestial order with compassion and wisdom. Her narrative is intertwined with that of her siblings, the storm god Susanoo and the moon god Tsukuyomi, each representing different elements of nature's cyclical balance. In the myths, it is told that a conflict with Susanoo, whose tempestuous nature often brought chaos and destruction, led Amaterasu to retreat into Amano Iwato, a sacred cave. Her withdrawal plunged the world into darkness, a metaphor for despair and stagnation, until a series of events orchestrated by the other kami lured her out, returning light to the universe and restoring harmony. This profound allegory of withdrawal and return highlights the importance of balance and resilience, themes deeply embedded in both Shinto rituals and the Japanese approach to nature and life itself. The cooperative effort of the gods to coax Amaterasu back into the world underscores the communal spirit and reverence for collective harmony that underpins Japanese culture. Amaterasu is also central to the imperial lineage, as she is believed to be the ancestor of Japan's emperors, the most prominent being Emperor Jimmu, the first emperor of Japan, who is said to have descended from her grandson Ninigi no Mikoto. This divine connection bestows a sacred legitimacy upon the imperial family, intertwining their rule with the divine order of the universe, thus positioning Amaterasu not only as a guardian of natural cycles, but as a caretaker of the nation's spiritual and temporal well-being. In her honor, the Grand Shrine of Aize, located in Mie Prefecture, stands as a testament to her enduring legacy. This shrine, rebuilt every 20 years in accordance with ancient tradition, is a place where the boundary between the mundane and the divine blurs, where the tall cypress trees whisper stories of continuity and change. Visitors find a quiet sanctuary within its sacred confines, enveloped in an atmosphere of solemnity and reverence, free to reflect upon the gentle lessons imparted by the goddess's ever-present touch. As we begin this journey into the myths and mysteries surrounding Amaterasu, let us soften our hearts and minds, preparing to explore the luminous path set forth by the goddess who guides both the sun's daily course and the enduring spirit of a nation. Her stories invite us to ponder the cyclical dance of light and shadow, to embrace the balance of emotions, and to find peace within the gentle rhythms of existence, resonating silently in the quiet moments of dawn. As you continue your journey into the luminous sphere of Amaterasu's story, let the gentle cadence of her beginnings cradle you into a deeper understanding of her divine essence. In the ancient annals of Japan's creation myths, encapsulated within texts like the Kojiki and Nihon Shoki, the origins of Amaterasu, the radiant sun goddess, emerge from the primordial mists alongside her celestial family. To comprehend Amaterasu's birth, we must first drift back to a time when the universe was yet unshaped by the hands of the gods. Here, in the early days of the cosmos, two divine siblings, Izanagi and Izanami, stood as progenitors of the Japanese islands and the pantheon of deities that would eventually come to inhabit them. These kami, born of the vibrant chaos, were tasked with bringing form and order to the nascent world. Picture, if you will, the scene of Izanagi, the male deity, and Izanami, the female deity, as they tread upon the celestial bridge of heaven, Amano Hashidate, holding aloft the jeweled spear, Amenonu Hoko. As they stirred the primordial waters below, droplets from this spear fell back into the sea, coalescing into the islands of Japan, bathed in early morning light, the horizon a canvas of soft pinks and gentle golds. This was the world made by their union, a place teeming with potential and life. Following the creation of the land, Izanagi and Izanami set forth to populate the earth with myriad creatures and spirits, crafting gods and oddities from their union. But tragedy was to befall this divine duo as Izanami succumbed to death after giving birth to the fire god, Kagutsuchi. Her passing struck a wound deep within the heart of Izanagi, who, in his grief, embarked on a perilous journey to Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead, seeking to retrieve his beloved. Here, in the shadowy quiet of the underworld, he encountered not the vibrant goddess he knew, but a spectral figure of his once radiant partner. The chilling silence of Yomi, a place devoid of time, where one's footsteps echoed across the stillness like whispers upon the wind, served as a harsh reminder of life's transience. His failed attempt to bring Izanami back led Izanagi to purify himself in a sacred river, upon his return to the land of the living, a rite of renewal and rebirth which brings us to the moment of Amaterasu's emergence. From the act of cleansing his left eye, devoid of artifice or theatricality, yet filled with cosmic significance, was born Amaterasu, the embodiment of the sun itself. As he washed away the bitterness of Yomi, the world was graced by her presence, a warm and golden light spilling forth like liquid gold across the heavens, bathing all in her nurturing glow. As you contemplate Amaterasu's birth, imagine the gentle warmth that unfurls with the first light of dawn, the way the soft glow embraces your skin, warms the earth, and brings life to the flora. She was not merely a deity among deities, but the supreme celestial being, accorded dominion over Takamagahara, the high plane of heaven, where she presided as the Queen of Light. Her emergence marked the continuation of the cosmos, a cycle unbroken by the sorrows of past encounters, unfurling a new chapter in the mythic tapestry of the Shinto tradition. In the splendid abode of Takamagahara, a realm that echoes with the harmonious rhythm of celestial banquets and the rustling sounds of the sacred sakaki trees, both Amaterasu's brightness and benevolence were celebrated. Her light became a beacon, a source of order and harmony that governed the rhythms of life itself, ensuring that day followed night and seasons progressed in their timeless dance. Amaterasu's genealogical significance is intricately woven into the fabric of Japan's imperial lineage, revered as the divine ancestor of the Japanese emperors. The Mikado, or emperor, regarded as her direct descendant, is a living symbol of this celestial link, a tradition that burns brightly across millennia, illuminating the continuity of divine mandate and earthly authority. As we leave the realm of her origins, consider the enduring legacy of Amaterasu, a presence that is both celestial and terrestrial, a fusion of light and lineage that has shaped the spiritual landscape of Japan. Her birth heralded a new era, one marked by light, order, and divine grace, her essence woven into the daily lives of those who walk under her eternal gaze, comforted by the knowledge that her warm embrace is but a gentle reminder of her omnipresence and unyielding protection. In the verdant tapestry of early Japanese mythology, where deities and spirits intertwined with the natural tapestry of their surroundings, The tale of Amaterasu's retreat into the cave stands as a pivotal narrative that sheds gentle light upon the balance between illumination and obscurity. Emerging from the celestial lineage of Izanagi and Izanami, Amaterasu Omikami, the radiant goddess of the sun, was not only a powerful celestial force, but also a symbol of life, warmth, and fertility that nurtured the lands and people under her benevolent gaze. Yet even in the divine realms, discord could arise, and it was from such discord that the infamous event unfolded. Among the heavenly pantheon, it was Amaterasu's tempestuous sibling, Susanoo, the storm god, whose antics and tumultuous ways ultimately led to a disturbance that would cast the world into an unprecedented twilight. The tale begins with Susanoo, overwhelmed by fits of jealousy and rebellion, unleashing havoc throughout the celestial fields, his wild tempestuousness uprooting the sacred rice fields and demolishing the divine palace in a maelstrom of destruction. His volatile actions reached their zenith when he flung the heavenly horse, sacred to Amaterasu, into her weaving hall, shattering the peace and sanctity that she upheld. Overcome by sorrow and dismay at the desecration of all she cherished, Amaterasu withdrew into the cavernous embrace of the Amano Iwato, a rocky grotto concealed within the heart of the heavens. There she sought refuge, sealing herself away from the discord and destruction wrought by her brother, plunging the world into a profound darkness as her light was withheld, cloistered within the stone. The absence of Amaterasu's radiant presence was deeply felt. The skies grew dull and dim, the verdant fields withered, and the touch of twilight settled heavily upon all living things. The celestial beings, realizing the urgency of the hour, gathered near the entrance of the cave, where they convened in earnest council to devise a plan that would lure the goddess back into the world she had left shadowed and cold. With delicate feathers in their hair and the weight of the world upon their shoulders, the deities devised a plan that danced with creativity and collaboration. They hung a sacred mirror upon the branches of a nearby tree, its polished surface a perfect reflection of Amaterasu's own luminous visage. Beside it, an array of bright jewels and silks were positioned, each catching the sparse light with a glimmer of hope. Among the deities, the beautiful and clever Ama no Uzume, the goddess of dawn and revelry, stepped forward, a knowing smile gracing her lips. She placed a great tub before the mouth of the cave, adorned herself in a wondrous costume of feathers and bells, and began a vibrant dance, her movements an enchanting blend of grace and vitality. The rhythm of her feet upon the earth echoed like a gentle drumbeat in the muted air, while her laughter, like the tinkling of distant chimes, filled the solemn quiet. Piqued by the raucous festivities outside, Amaterasu approached the entrance of the cave, curiosity piquing the sorrow that had gripped her heart. As she peered out, her eyes were met with her own reflection in the brilliantly crafted mirror, a sight so unexpected and intriguing that it drew her further from the cavernous shadows. In that moment, as her gaze lingered upon the mirror, the deities seized their opportunity. Tajikarao, the powerful god of strength, stood ready and pulled the heavy stone door from its place, allowing the first rays of dawn to stream forth, a warm and golden embrace that slowly spread across the world. The luminous touch of Amaterasu's return ignited a joyous celebration, the world once more basking in the life-giving glow of her presence. Yet from this mythic tale, there arose an understanding that balance was essential. The alternating dance of light and dark, of day and night, was cemented, a reminder etched into the rhythm of life. The goddess returned, her heart a canvas painted with both sorrow and forgiveness, and with her, life burgeoned anew beneath the gentle rays of her warmth. Thus, within the gentle embrace of mythology, the story of the cave becomes more than an account of divine discord. It forms a parable of renewal, a tale spun with threads of harmony and a reminder of the timeless dance between light and shadow. As Amaterasu ascended once more to her rightful place in the sky, the world beneath her continued its eternal cycle, a testimony to the goddess's enduring legacy and the serenity that follows the rise of the sun. As the quiet echoes of Amaterasu's emergence from the cave resound through the annals of myth, the luminous presence of the Japanese sun goddess extends far beyond the folds of storytelling, suffusing her essence into the very fabric of Japanese culture. Gently, like the first rays of dawn brushing over a tranquil landscape, Amaterasu's influence illuminates the time-honored traditions and spiritual practices of Japan, casting a warm, perpetual glow over its rich tapestry of customs. In the heart of Shinto, the indigenous religion of Japan, Amaterasu holds an exalted position as a central deity, revered as the divine embodiment of the sun. Her presence is enshrined in the countless Shinto shrines scattered across the islands, their torii gates standing silent and red against the backdrop of lush greenery, a testament to the enduring veneration of this luminous goddess. Among these sacred sites, the Ise Grand Shrine, or Ise Jingu, commands preeminence. Nestled in the serenity of the Mie Prefecture, its architecture, refined and austere, emerges from the ancient cypress trees, its simplicity and harmony echoing the purity of Amaterasu herself. The Ise Grand Shrine is believed to be the spiritual home of Amaterasu, and there, in the innermost sanctuary, rests the sacred mirror, Yata no Kagami. This mirror, a revered imperial regalia, symbolizes truth and wisdom, reflecting the nature of Amaterasu's radiant persona. Pilgrims journey to Ise, often enveloped in a cocoon of silence and introspection, their footsteps a gentle rhythm on the gravel pathways, seeking to draw closer to the goddess's divine presence. Within this sacred space, the air is thick with reverence, and a profound stillness pervades, punctuated only by the soft rustle of leaves, a subtle reminder of nature's ceaseless cycle under the goddess's watchful gaze. Beyond the stone confines of shrines and the sacred rituals of Shinto priests, Amaterasu's influence flows into the broader current of Japanese culture. The sun goddess is woven into the imperial lineage itself, with the Emperor of Japan traditionally considered a direct descendant of Amaterasu, maintaining a spiritual connection that underscores the deep intertwining of the divine and the temporal. The chrysanthemum throne, with its symbolic representation of the sun, mirrors the goddess's glow, a beacon of continuity and unity within the nation's collective identity. This divine ancestry imbues the imperial house with a sacred duty to uphold peace and prosperity, echoing Amaterasu's nurturing warmth. Amaterasu's presence is also celebrated in the vibrant, colorful tapestry of traditional festivals. Among these, the New Year, or Shogatsu, offers a particularly vivid expression of her enduring impact. As families gather under the gentle light of winter, their homes adorned with kadomatsu and shimenawa, they invoke Amaterasu's blessing for the coming year. The soft chime of bells can be heard resonating through the crisp air, each sound a prayer, a hope, carried skyward with the smoke of incense curling towards the heavens. In this sacred atmosphere, the sun goddess is invoked as a source of renewal, her light a promise of rebirth as the cycle of seasons begins anew. Further, her presence is felt in the No and Kabuki theaters, where ancient tales of the gods are brought to life. The actors moving with a measured grace, akin to the slow arc of the sun across the sky. The elegant sweep of silk kimonos, the sonorous rhythm of taiko drums, and the haunting melodies of the bamboo flute weave a narrative tapestry that captures the ethereal essence of Amaterasu's story, carrying her legacy through generations. Amaterasu's influence also radiates into the realm of art and literature, her image and story serving as a muse for poets and sculptors. The strokes of calligraphy and the brushwork of ukiyo-e prints often evoke her celestial grace, rendered in gentle hues and shadows that reflect the subtle play of light upon the world. In poetry, the classical tanka and haiku capture fleeting moments of beauty and ephemerality, mirroring the transitory splendor of dawn and dusk, the times when Amaterasu's light is most ethereal. As dusk gently descends over the Japanese archipelago, the legacy of Amaterasu, the sun goddess, endures, her divine luminosity brightening both the spiritual and cultural realms. Her presence is a serene reminder that the warmth of the sun not only nurtures life, but also kindles the spirit, a quiet guardian enfolding Japan in her radiant embrace. With each sunrise, her light inscribes a promise of guidance and protection, an ever-present beacon woven into the very soul of the land and its people. Flowing seamlessly from her profound influence on Japanese culture, Amaterasu's light extends beyond mere myth and into the fabric of Japan's imperial lineage, which holds a celestial connection to her divine essence. According to Shinto belief, Amaterasu is not merely a deity residing in the celestial realm, but rather an ancestral spirit intimately woven into the very identity of the Japanese imperial family. She is venerated as the primal divine progenitor, a luminary whose line remains unbroken as it descends through time to the present. The legend of this sacred connection begins with Amaterasu's grandson, Ninigi no Mikoto, who was entrusted by her to descend from the heavenly realm of Takamagahara to the earthly realm, a land lush and vibrant, known as Ashihara no Nakatsukuni, which symbolizes the central land of reed plains. With him, Amaterasu bestowed the divine regalia, composed of 3 sacred treasures, the Yata no Kagami, an 8-sided mirror that reflects the purity and truth of the spirit, the Yasakani no Magatama, a curved jewel that represents benevolence and the continuity of life, and the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, a celestial sword embodying valor and righteousness. These treasures were not merely symbols, but a testament to the divine authority bestowed upon his lineage. Ninigi's descent to earth marked the inception of the heavenly rule and the divine right, etching a story upon the mountains and valleys of ancient Japan, his journey punctuated by gentle whispers of the breeze and the soft rustle of leaves, which echoed the guidance of Amaterasu. His arrival was not just a celestial event, but the establishment of a divine legacy, the genesis of a line that would give birth to emperors regarded not only as sovereigns, but as living deities, a lineage direct from the heavens. Through generations, Amaterasu's divine radiance is believed to flow through the veins of the imperial family, her essence emanating from the chrysanthemum throne itself. This godly heritage is particularly embodied in Emperor Jimmu, the legendary founding emperor, who is recognized as a direct descendant of Ninigi and, by extension, Amaterasu herself. Jimmu's ascent to power in 660 BCE symbolizes the foundation of the kingdom of Yamato, believed to be the birthplace of the Japanese nation-state, where the divine light of Amaterasu would shine unobscured and unchallenged. Within the resplendent halls of the Ise Grand Shrine, the chief abode of Amaterasu, the sacred flame burns eternally, tended by generations of high priestesses who are traditionally selected from the imperial family, thereby strengthening the ties between the goddess and her earthly descendants. The shrine, nestled within the ancient forest, where the air holds a timeless serenity and the trees rise majestically, their leaves whispering the songs of ancestors, is a place of pilgrimage and devotion. It serves as a constant reminder of the spiritual bond, a conduit through which the emperors draw strength and legitimacy. The enthronement ceremonies themselves are imbued with the grace and solemnity befitting a connection to the divine. Within the sacred seclusion of the Daijosai, a ritual where the new emperor communes with Amaterasu, the air is thick with incense and prayer, a hum that seems to resonate with the rhythm of the universe itself. In this profound moment, as the emperor sits in contemplation under the watchful gaze of his divine ancestor, the divine and the mortal intertwine, ensuring the continuity of divine favor and celestial guidance, a sacred pact for peace and prosperity. In the heart of these traditions, it is the quiet promise of Amaterasu's presence that reassures Japan's imperial family of their sacred mandate. Her light, unwavering, is a beacon that cuts through the shadows, guiding and protecting the lineage of emperors who rule in her name. Through divine right and sacred duty, the imperial family continues to embody the spirit of Amaterasu, as her legacy endures in the traditions, ceremonies, and living history of Japan, a testament to her eternal place in the celestial narrative of the nation. And so, as dawn breaks, painting the sky with a golden hue reminiscent of Amaterasu's embrace, the emperor stands as a living link to the divine, a custodian of tradition, faithful to the legacy of the sun goddess, holding within him the light that has illuminated Japan's path for millennia. As we gently move away from the illustrious narrative of the imperial lineage, forever entwined with the divine essence of Amaterasu, let us pause to explore the earthly manifestations of reverence that have echoed through generations. Each year, across the serene landscapes of Japan, vibrant celebrations pay homage to the resplendent deity whose radiance graces the skies. These festivals, rich with tradition and imbued with profound cultural resonance, invite us into a world where the ancient and the present intertwine, tenderly maintaining an ageless connection with the sun goddess. One of the most revered sites of worship dedicated to Amaterasu is the Ise Grand Shrine, or Ise Jingu, nestled within the lush embrace of the Shima Peninsula in Mie Prefecture. This sacred sanctuary, a place of pilgrimage and veneration for centuries, consists of two main shrines, Naiku and Geku. The Naiku, or inner shrine, exists as a hallowed space where the vivid spirit of Amaterasu is believed to reside. Annually, the solemn rituals and spirited festivals held here, such as the Kanamesai, the Harvest Festival, weave a tapestry of gratitude and renewal, uniting the people of Japan in a shared celebration of bounty, continuity, and celestial harmony. During the Kanamesai, the air hums softly with an undercurrent of anticipation as the gentle rustle of the shrine's ancient trees echoes quietly above. On this sacred day, offerings of the season's first rice are presented to Amaterasu, a tradition echoing the agricultural roots of Japan and underscoring the deep interconnection between the people and the land. The rhythmic beat of taiko drums resounds through the expanse, their deep, resonant tones like the heartbeats of the earth itself, grounding the festivity in a profound sense of place and history. Gentle breezes carry the scents of freshly steamed rice and delicately prepared sake, blending together with the soft whispers of prayers as they rise like incense smoke to the skies above. This festival, along with others like the Tsukinamisai, which occur monthly to express continuous reverence and prayer, enfolds participants in a ritual dance of time and tradition, enabling them to step momentarily beyond the temporal into spaces of reflection and connection. The Shikinen Sengu, a remarkable event that transpires every 20 years, involves the rebuilding of the shrines entirely anew. This cyclical reconstruction, meticulous and unwavering, seeks to honor not just Amaterasu, but the impermanence and resurgence of all life. As craftsmen silently carve and construct with precision and reverence, the past breathes anew into the present, a whispered promise of perpetuity and respect for cosmic cycles. Further afield, the reverence for Amaterasu extends through countless communities and celebrations, each embodying distinct regional flavors and traditions, yet all unified by the golden thread of devotion. The shrines, adorned with brilliant lanterns and vivid banners, illuminate the night with their warm glow, as if capturing the very essence of the sunlit deity they honor. The gentle clink of ceremonial bells, a soft counterpoint to the rhythmic chants of Shinto priests garbed in flowing white robes, fills the air with echoes of purity and sanctity. In the north of the country, the Sapporo Shrine Festival offers yet another expression of this veneration. Here, the cool caress of the northern winds mingles with laughter and the crackling sounds of bonfires, where locals gather beneath the gaze of the ever-watchful sun to honor Amaterasu in ways uniquely their own, blending ancient customs with the innovations of a modern world. Street stalls line the avenues, their vibrant hues and tantalizing aromas inviting visitors to partake in delicacies, each bite a nod to the harvests past and blessings yet to come. The Oto Matsuri, held in the coastal town of Shingu, is yet another festival where the light of Amaterasu is celebrated. As evening descends gently upon the horizon, hundreds of men, torches aflame, race down the sacred Kumano Nachi Taisha shrine, steps in a breathtaking spectacle of light against shadow. The cascade of warm, flickering flames symbolizes not just the sun's unyielding perseverance, but also the internal fire within every soul that seeks truth and enlightenment. Each festival dedicated to Amaterasu weaves an intricate pattern of light, color, and sacred rituals. These celebrations are more than mere events. They are cherished junctures within the cycle of the year where the sacred and the ordinary meet, offering communities moments of joy, reflection, and gratitude for the nurturing presence of the sun goddess in their lives. As we continue our journey through the world she illuminates, let us hold within us the gentle flame of remembrance, kindled through each festival's dance of light and life, carrying forth the legacy of Amaterasu's warm and eternal embrace. As we gently leave the vibrant hues and harmonious melodies of the festivals dedicated to Amaterasu, we now travel through the delicate brushstrokes and intricate carvings that have captured the essence of this revered sun goddess throughout centuries. Such artistic depictions are not merely images on canvas or parchment. They are visual manifestations of a cultural tapestry woven with reverence, spirituality, and the profound beauty of light. In the serene quietude of ancient Japan, the first artistic representations of Amaterasu emerged as intricate scroll paintings and delicate silk tapestries, imbued with the spirit of Shintoism. These early works often depicted Amaterasu amidst ethereal landscapes, her radiant visage softly illuminating the natural beauty around her. The scrolls, known as emakimono, were rolled tightly when not on display, preserving the sacred imagery within, much like treasures unfurled only for those moments of contemplative meditation or ceremonial reflection. The scrolls played with light and shadow, using mineral pigments to mimic the dazzling brilliance of the sun, capturing the dawning of a new day with a gentle, almost whispering grace. The rich colors on these emakimono, deep cinnabar reds, luminescent golds, and gentle indigo blues, were not chosen arbitrarily. Each pigment spoke in a visual language that conveyed the goddess's divine attributes and the cyclical journey of the sun across the sky. In these portrayals, Amaterasu was often presented with elongated, flowing robes that trailed like rivers of sunlight, cascading down in gentle waves. Her face, serene and benevolent, would be depicted with soft, elongated features, a nod to both idealized beauty and the celestial majesty of her divine role. As time drifted forward like leaves upon a tranquil stream, these early depictions evolved, influenced by the ebb and flow of cultural exchanges and the shift in artistic sensibilities. By the Heian period, Amaterasu's image had grown more defined, reflecting the cultural richness of a society that celebrated its spiritual roots while embracing new artistic techniques from neighboring lands. Paintings on Fusuma, the sliding doors of palatial houses, depicted her in celestial splendor, often accompanied by playful celestial attendants known as kami. The Edo period brought a flourishing of arts that embraced detailed ukiyo-e woodblock prints, where Amaterasu's image was sometimes transposed into a more tangible, earthly beauty, resonant with the popular aesthetics of the time. In those prints, she would grace the page amidst scenes of idyllic pastoral life, serving as both muse and nurturing presence, a gentle reminder of the divine light that touches all elements of nature. The soft grain of the wood and the subtle gradations of hand-pulled inks allowed her luminous form to appear almost ethereal, as if she might step from the frame into serene sunlight. Moving closer to our own time, Amaterasu's visage continues to be reinterpreted through modern artistic expressions. Contemporary artists, inspired by the deep pools of traditional narratives, have created digital artworks and installations that marry ancient myth with modern technology. Through detailed animations and interactive exhibits, visitors can now experience the legend of Amaterasu in a context that allows her story to shine with renewed relevance, a shimmering blend of the historical and the contemporary. One such installation might capture the essence of her divine emergence from the cave, an allegory of light conquering darkness, rendered in a dazzling array of technicolor brilliance. Here, the viewer is enveloped in a world of vivid reds and effervescent golds, the textures undulating like ribbons of light, while ambient sounds, the soft tinkling of wind chimes or the distant echo of chanting, whisper through the space. Through these many forms, the representations of Amaterasu invite us to ponder the art not only as creations to be observed, but as dynamic expressions of human experience, interpretations of the divine light that resides at the heart of our universe. Whether portrayed in the gentle strokes of an ink brush centuries ago or brought to life through the digital wizardry of today's artists, Amaterasu remains a symbol of radiant change, a beacon of hope, and an artistic muse that inspires the soul to imagine a world suffused with light and balance. Such rich artistic traditions remind us of the beauty in our varied expressions and the timeless wonder of narratives that continue to unfold with each new dawn. As we contemplate these depictions under the expansive skies, we are gently cradled by the whisper of time, and the eternal glow of Amaterasu's light accompanies us, a serene companion on this journey of discovery. As the visual depictions of Amaterasu adorned screens and scrolls, capturing her ethereal presence, so too did the tactile, reverent practices of her worship grow and flourish, Under the vast sky she was believed to govern. In the gentle embrace of the dawn, where the first rays of her divine light gracefully touched the earth, the rituals honoring Amaterasu unfolded with a serene elegance that wove together the threads of piety, tradition, and communal devotion across centuries. From the earliest whispers of her veneration during the age of the Yamato court, upon whose power and unity she was believed to shine her favor, to the intricate ceremonies enshrined in the heart of Japan's Shinto tradition, the worship of Amaterasu has always been rich with cultural significance. She became the divine figurehead of the imperial family, her ancestry directly linked to the lineage of Japanese emperors, affirming their legitimacy under the canopy of her celestial authority. In the sacred precincts of Ise Jingu, nestled amidst the verdant forests of Mie Prefecture, the most esteemed shrine dedicated to Amaterasu stands in quiet majesty. There the air is imbued with a profound sense of peace, as sunlight filters through the branches of ancient trees, casting a dappled glow upon the gravel paths that wind their way to the shrine's heart. It is here, within this hallowed sanctuary, that the ancient rituals of her worship reach their zenith, performed with a timeless grace that resonates through the ages. The cyclical rebuild of Naiku, the inner shrine, every 2 decades, known as Shikinen Sengu, is a testament to the enduring renewal and reverence held for Amaterasu. Each reconstruction, guided by the skilled hands of dedicated craftsmen, serves not only as an act of devotion, but also as a living link to the past, a way to preserve the techniques and traditions of shrine building that reach back over a millennium. The process is deeply symbolic, reflecting the Shinto belief in the cyclical renewal of nature and life, mirroring the perpetual renewal of the sun's journey across the sky. During the ritual of Kinensai, which translates to prayer for a good harvest, worshippers gather to offer gratitude and seek the blessings of a bountiful yield. This ceremony, marked by the rhythmic drumming and ethereal chant of ancient invocations, is steeped in the agricultural roots of the kami worship. Rice, so central to Japanese culture, is offered ceremonially, its grains a heartfelt token of thanks to Amaterasu for her life-giving light. As you envision the gentle unfolding of these ancient rituals, imagine the soft rustle of white silk robes worn by priests, the muted shimmer of their woven patterns as they proceed with dignified grace across the temple grounds. Feel the warmth of Amaterasu's light as it bathes the participants in a golden hue, casting long, serene shadows on the ground, wherein each step taken echoes with a history of devotion, the whispers of past generations interwoven with the aspirations of the present. The grand festival, celebrated with particular reverence during the autumnal equinox, is another poignant expression of worship. Known as Kaname-sai, it is a time when offerings are made to thank Amaterasu for the rice harvest and to pray for continued prosperity. In the glow of flickering lanterns, the shrine comes alive with the gentle murmur of prayers, the occasional chime of bells, and the subtle fragrance of incense that wafts through the air, creating an atmosphere that is both solemn and sacred. In this tranquil setting, pilgrimages play a pivotal role. Devotees from all walks of life embark on journeys to Ise, often traveling long distances, their paths guided by the spiritual light of Amaterasu. This pilgrimage is deeply personal, a reflection of each individual's devotion and a commitment to the continuity of tradition. As pilgrims arrive at dawn, the chill of the morning air, gradually warmed by the rising sun, the soft sound of their footsteps joins with the gentle calls of awakening birds, creating a symphony of quiet reverence. Thus, through these rituals and ceremonies, the worship of Amaterasu is woven like a tapestry of light across the landscape of Japan's spiritual heritage, a dance of continuity and change that threads the past with the present, ensuring that the sun goddess remains an ever-vibrant figure within the tapestry of life. Her light, both literal and symbolic, continues to illuminate the hearts and minds of those who seek her grace, nurturing the timeless bond between deity and devotee under the endless sky that she adorns with her divine presence.